Alright, so in this vid today, I'm going to be speaking about Jalen Green, and I'm going to be highlighting how he's somehow become one of the most slept on players in the entire NBA. But before I get into that, make sure you like the vid, subscribe to the channel. The link to my social media and Instagram, which is social media, will be down below in the description. But without further ado, let me jump right into the video. So Jalen Green is a bit of a weird one, because coming into his rookie season and coming into the draft, Jalen Green was a very well-known and well-liked prospect, with a lot of people thinking highly of him and there being a decent amount of hype around the Jalen Green name. Now, ever since his rookie season, I've seen a lot of disrespect and a lot of people just hating on him point blank period. And am I going to lie and say there was not growing pains? Of course there were. There were moments at the start of the season where Jalen Green looked very shaky. He was almost shot chucking and wasn't taking very good shots, but that comes with time. We're not going to forget that the Houston Rockets ball movement to start off with was terrible at the start of the season, and on top of that, he didn't have a natural point guard next to him. And before you guys start crying, oh my god, give KPJ time, I'm not saying that KPJ will not get better, but this was his first full season as an actual point guard. You need to learn how to become a facilitator and floor general, and that takes time. So even though KPJ's assist numbers were high, he still has a lot of areas to work on in the playmaking department, and as long as he gets better at that, then the easier Jalen Green's looks will be, and the more easy it will be for Jalen Green to score. And one thing we're not going to sweep under the rug is that people act as if Jalen Green was so bad, like averaged 10 points and 35% from the field. No, Green was definitely very solid, with averages around 17 points, 3 rebounds and 3 assists on 42% from the field and 34% from 3. These really are not bad numbers. And yes, I know the haters will say, oh, he can't defend. Well, guess what? A lot of top NBA guards can't defend either, and that's not me giving him an excuse. Hopefully he will grow in the defensive side of the ball, but it's not really a massive concern as of now. And his offensive side of the ball, which is where he's most known for, his scoring, is definitely coming along, as after the All-Star break he averaged around 22 points per game, on 48% from the field and 38% from 3 on nearly 8 attempts per game from downtown. Now, if you don't think that these stats are impressive, then there might be something slightly wrong with you, with all due respect, because these are very impressive numbers, especially for a rookie. And I get it's not all about numbers, but you could literally see the maturity in this game, from his shot selection becoming better, his choice of shots becoming better, his finishing around the rim, his IQ becoming better as a whole. And these are the type of things as a scorer you actively saw him get better at with days and as the games went on. So it's not a thing where like, oh, Jalen Green is regressing or he's not showing signs of improvement. Of course he's showing signs of improvement. He was brilliant towards the end of the season. My thing is that you can't really judge this guy when he doesn't have the supporting cast around him. But unfortunately for the Jalen Green fans out there, this disrespect is going to persist, and let me explain to you why. For example, with Devin Booker, and by no means am I comparing Jalen Green to Devin Booker, in his first few seasons in Phoenix, people are like, oh, he's an empty stats guy, he's only putting up these numbers because he's on such a poor team, which proved to not be true. And you guys might be thinking, no one said that about Booker. Yes, they did, okay? Don't try it. Yes, they did. And with when winning came along, the narrative behind Devin Booker completely changed. Now, I'm not going to say Jalen Green's going to become Devin Booker. No, but it's a fact that in the NBA, guys that score the ball a lot, but maybe on poor teams, usually get a lot more hate, versus guys like, for example, Cade, who, do I feel like Cade slightly edged it against Jalen Green right now? Yes. But the reason why Cade doesn't get that much hate, I should say, is because he's not only a scorer, he can facilitate and he can finish in the rim. Now, do I feel like the gap is huge? No, but I feel like Cade is slightly better. But when the media and in people around the NBA world, they act like the gap is astronomically huge, when, like I said, if you're just a scorer in today's NBA, you tend to get hated on when your team's losing. Bradley Beal was hated and slept on for so many years, and he ain't won anything either, but it's become apparent that you can't still sleep on Bradley Beal because he'll give you 40 on any single night. And in my opinion, Jalen Green can definitely become this type of player, and in this upcoming season, I wouldn't be surprised if his jumping jumps all the way to around 24 points per game on around 45% from the field and 38% from 3, because Jalen Green definitely has the talent to be an efficient, high volume scorer. The only issue that's going to hold him back from being in the conversations with the other guys he should be in conversations with is his piss poor Houston Rockets team, which is not his fault. By the end of the day, that's just how the NBA world works for some reason, and that's just how players get disrespected. Now, nonetheless, we know Jalen Green has a lot of talent. We know that he is a very great player and he will continue to grow. However, I feel like when the Rockets start to win a bit more, when the team gets better, that's when he'll be slightly more highly regarded in the terms of NBA fandom and other people in the NBA world. But Unfortunately, I don't feel like this season is the season for Houston to become a play-in type team. Maybe I could be wrong, because I genuinely feel like they want that one more lottery pick, whether they're trying to go all in for a Victor Wembanyama, or they're intrigued by a point guard like Scoot Henderson, or even someone like a Nick Smith or Derek Lively. I'm not too sure, but I definitely feel like the season after this upcoming season is when the Rockets will become a bit more competitive, and the narrative behind Jalen Green will definitely be gone. And by then, like I said earlier, his bag might be so deep that this guy could even be a 28-point per game player and damn near walking bucket. But that's all I got for today for Jalen Green. Let me know what you guys feel about JG in the comment section down below. Do you feel like it's overrated, underrated, overhated, or underhated? I don't really know. There's no need to hate, so underhated, I'll remove that. But let me know your opinions about JG in the comment section down below. Do you feel like he's in for a monster season this year? Do you feel like he'll kind of regress back to the mean and be inefficient again? Or do you really feel like he can take that jump and be in a high volume efficient scorer? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for listening to this video, and I'm out. Peace.